you could have a sip.
Alright, you can just ask me the questions and I guess you'll translate.
Yeah.
And as I'm warming up, I'll just kind
yeah.
of go through the questions. And
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the best way to do it.
워밍업에도 질문해도 된다.
Thank
you.
Does that sound good?
Thank you. 이거는 쌤한테. 야드랑 마일로 다 평소 보는 거로 세팅했어요.
For a second, I thought my ball speed was crazy because I'm used to seeing meters per second. I didn't realize. I thought my ball speed was like crazy because I'm used to seeing meters per second.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, 220.
미터 퍼 세컨으로 나와가지고 좀 깜짝 놀랐었다고 예전에.
줄어든 점 숫자가 되게 작거든요. 클럽 넘버
54?
So this is at 54.
54. Thank you.
This is kind of like, I don't like to hit my wedges full because they spin so much. So,
오, 8,500.
yeah, about 125 yards. That's about right for my 54. If I have much longer than that, I'll just take a lower lofted club. Because if it's say a 140-yard shot, I can do that with a 54. So like, I'll show you full shot or almost full shot.
저 여쭤보고 싶어 있어요.
That'll go probably, yeah, 135, 140, but I almost never hit a full shot.
Did you do that on purpose when you're warming up?
Do like
The cooking, did you say?
the
Using your
wrist?
wrist?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that, so like this is a little bit golfy, so I'll try to keep it simple so it's easy to translate. But one of the things I found, because I have what I call very active hands. If I try to just kind of keep my hands still and not think about them, they can do weird stuff because I don't feel like I have them doing. I need them to do something. That's how I can feel like I have control of my swing. So what I do, I just have them break. So they're doing something
다른
predictable.
선수들 저렇게 와블하고 다른 동작들이 있는데 본인들이 이렇게 컨트롤하고 싶어가지고 여기서 끝 잡는 게 일부러 한다는.
예.
But that's only for my full swing. So I'll show you a half swing.
그래가지고
And you can see the difference.
풀 스윙 할 때랑 하프 스윙 할 때랑 다르고 일부러 컨트롤하려고 연습할 때 다르게 하는 하프. 이게 하프 스윙은.
So the half swing, I don't do the wrist cock because I'm not hitting it far enough for it to. I'm not taking it far enough back to matter.
스윙을 많이 할 필요 없으니까.
So my hands don't start becoming something I need to do something with until right about here. So here to here, they're still pretty tight to my body, but then once I get here, if I don't do something specifically with them, it just causes me to just, my hands will like literally like spaz out and weird stuff will happen.
여기까지 갈 때는 일반적으로 타이트하게밖에 못 가는데 위에서 마음대로 움직일 수 있으니까 여기서 이제 하프 스윙만 했을 때는 이렇게 고정하는 거고 그 위에서는 브레이크를 일부러 딱 잡아가지고만 친다는 거죠. 일정하게 만드는 거죠.
제 생각엔 저희가 이거는 하프스윙이라고 생각을 하지 않았어요.
아, they did.
그러니까 왜냐면 너무 멀리 나가가지고.
That was not your half swing.
Yeah.
It felt like that was a full swing.
Oh, that's like me hitting. That's about I don't like to hit much bigger than that kind of swing because then the spin rates start to get pretty crazy. It's extremely rare for me to take a bigger swing with a wedge than right there.
아, 이거보다 더 크게 하는 건 웨지 스윙은 정말 extremely rare돼요. 흔하지 않대요.
웨지 스윙 할 때는만큼은.
But I played this game for a very long time, so.
왜냐하면 선수 골프 선수 이전 농구하는 선수 이전에 골프 선수였기 때문에 you be just like you are golfer.
Well, and I want to play professionally later this year. I'm in the process of that transition right now. I'm not leaving long drive, but it's very square in my sights at this point to play professionally.
올해 후반도에는 일반 경기 참가하려고 하고 있어요.
오.
그래서 계속 골프 연습을 하고 있는 거. 그렇다고 해서 롱드라이브 떠나지는
않고.
He was really worried when you are leaving. If you're going to the professional league.
과거 챔피언.
The previous champion.
I would do it. Yeah, Jamie Sadlowski.
Jamie Sadlowski.
But the way I would do it is I would just compete in certain events in the off season of long drive where I can practice golf a lot more. And
그래서
then
옵시즌, 롱다임 옵시즌에는 프랙티스 많이 하고서 그래서
Yeah.
거리가 참가하려고 한다.
와.
this is 8 iron.
8.
You want me to 8 iron?
AI는 참가.
Is that okay?
예, 예.
So this is another one where I hit a flat. I will hit flighted shots and full shots, but as I said, it's very tough for me to hit full short irons because the spin rates get very high and it gets very hard to control. So that's why I also hit a flighted shot to keep spin rates lower.
그 샷을 풀스윙은 당연히 짧은 아이언도 풀스윙 당연히 하지 않고, 왜냐면 풀스윙 하면은 너무 높게 뛰고 백스윙이 너무 높아지기 때문에 너무 높아지면은 막 너무 바람형이나 여러 가지 영향을 많이 받아서 그걸 원치 않는다. 그래서 합스윙 정도로 하는 거고.
It's about right. It's about 168 yards. That's about PGA Tour average carry with an 8 iron. So for me, but what I like about that is if you look at the spin rates, that should be right about 6,400. I don't know if we can pull the spin rates up, but it should be 6,500.
스피드.
Up to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what that does for me is it allows me to control the ball a lot better and have a lot more predictability when I hit the shot.
그러니까 지금 보면은 캐리가 8번 아이언은 168 정도 되는데 이게 PGA 에버리지 숫자고.
And now watch the difference on this swing.
거기에 맞춰서 이제 스프링 레이트 조정하면서 하프 스윙을 한다는 거죠.
Spin rate's gonna be much higher.
그 스프링 레이트 아까 5,300인데 5,000.
So it'll be
어제는 막 7,000, 8,000까지 나왔어요.
500.
풀스윙으로요?
네, 풀스윙 하면.
근데 트랙맨은 좋아할 거예요.
풀스윙 기계로 말씀하시는 거죠?
아니 어저께는
크롭티.
카카오 스크린이었나?
아.
거기는 좀 못 읽어요.
의자 이렇게 받았고.
와우. 내 드라이버 스치네.
와, 지금 8번 아이언으로 오.
And so, for me, I've always preferred hitting more flighted shots, but I definitely do have a place for the longer clubs if there's not a ton of wind or if there's a tailwind. So that's kind of my 8 iron. There's one other thing I'll talk about. So I still have a little bit of a speed handicap on purpose, where my coach, he has me tuck this in so that it's not fully extended, because that'll help me swing slower.
스피드 이슈 때문에 풀리 인스텐션을 하지 말라고. 그러니까 풀리 인스텐션이 이렇게 다 쓰는 거 있잖아요. 다 쓰는 거 하지 말라고.
And so watch what happens when I swing one with my arm fully extended with the same amount of effort.
다 안 쓴다는 거예요.
저는 쓰지 못하게.
이게 다 안 쓴 거야?
그러니까 여기서
Plus speed jumps up another 3 miles an hour.
와, 115마일 지금 8번 아이언 친 거고요. 와. 심지어 이것도 지금 조절해서 치는 거고, 지금 아직 워밍업 하는 중인 거고.
6 iron.
6 아이언. 땡큐.
So this will probably go about 240, 250 if I do a full swing.
17마일.
245.
요걸 풀었습니다.
And if I have the arm extended and just swing normal, club speed will creep up a little more.
스윙을 평범대로 하면은
오.
풀 익스텐션 하면서 그냥 스윙은 똑같이
네.
빠르지 않게 여기만 익스텐션을 하는 거예요.
아, 잠깐만. 와.
So that's PGA Tour average ball speed right there.
Yeah, 118.
드라이버
Driver.
드라이버 PGA 투어 드라이버.
For the driver.
드라이버.
3 iron.
3 아이언.
And I'll hit a couple off the deck and I'll hit a couple off the tee. Most of the time when I hit 3 iron, it's off the tee.
T에서도 치고 티 안
네.
This is kind of like the club I hit when I want a 280-yard shot in the fairway. I will hit it off the deck once in a while if I have like a long par 5.
280 공략할 때 지금 3번 아이언. 와, 찢어지는 거 아니야?
Yeah, I feel like it's like you're breaking it.
와, 근데 진짜 정확하게 말한 대로 지금 300야드 캐리. 요게 지금 이제 300야드를 노릴 때 그냥 지금 3번 아이언으로 워밍업을 한 겁니다.
124 is actually pretty good. 124 club speed. 180 ball speed for my 3 iron is off the deck is really good. That's really fast. And and that's kind of this more or less the controlled swing. So if I were to kind of have that, and I do have, as I said, that gas pedal where I can extend the arm, and it will come into play for the longer clubs when it makes more sense to have a little more speed. And I can kind of extend it a little bit.
괜찮은 걸로 지금 하고 있어요.
결국에 지금 다 컨트롤샷인 거잖아요.
컨트롤샷 하면서 지금 프레이트 액션으로 하는 거 보여주는 거예요. 드릴 훈련 드릴.
So that's 125.
3아이언 T.
Oh, yeah, I can just break it.
우와!
There we go.
슛.
Yes.
아니야
아니야.
남은데 저거
그래.
내가 흔들러 봤거든. 이거 센 거야. 여러분들도 안 부러지는데. 어우 파워. 3아이언 T.
He was impressed by your power to break the tee with the one finger.
That's a pretty standard shot off the tee there. Right around 180, 125.
문제의 1번 아이언 나왔습니다. 1번 아이언. 번호도 없어.
They have a question about your number 1 iron. Is that only you have the number 1 iron?
Am I the only one who has it?
Yeah. I mean, who else is using the number 1?
It's specifically made for me.
Yes.
And I don't. So with regards to shafts, this is a 10TX.
10. 오, 10. 와우.
우와!
10TX. 오.
Specifically, this only exists because I asked them to make
우와!
it.
They make it by.
They got about 7 or 8 of those shafts sitting at the factory, just waiting for me to want them.
Oh, is it here? Print machine. Oh, see. 프린트 머신으로 만든 자기만을 위해서 만들었던.
오.
So this club speed will be right, just a shade under 130 club speed, right in that neighborhood.
130 정도가 친다. 맞네.
이거 괜찮은 거예요?
오.
우와!
걔
132
한
is
번만
actually
눌러줘.
good.
우와!
백스윙 빨라졌다. 백스윙 패스. 오.
34. We move into the
You want to check it first, Kyle?
yes, dark speed.
You want to check the ceiling, Kyle?
없어.
And then I'll move into the play driver. Play driver for me is right around 140 miles an hour.
140 정도로 치네요. What do you mean by play driver? Drive for
Regular golf.
regular
Play
golf.
regular golf.
예. 일반 골프 대신에 그냥
네.
플레이.
아, 플레이 드라이버.
예. 롱 드라이브 말고.
로프트.
Dark speed, yeah.
로프트.
9?
8. 마이너스
7 degrees.
7.
Yeah.
7도 드라이버를 플레이를. 뭐 티높이 뭐야?
파이팅이요?
티높이 무슨? 건물이 울리는데. 오, 벌써 일단. 그래서 지금 위에 상단 정보는 이렇게.
우와! 멋있다.
That's a
우와!
pretty standard. So I have one more play speed. But over the years, it's interesting. As my club speed has jumped in long drive, what used to be my play speed was 136, 138. It's now about 142 to 144.
136에서 106에서
Over the last 5-6 years.
쳤었는데 롱 드라이브 들어가기 전에
네.
롱 드라이브 치면서 이제 스피드가 올라갔어요.
올라가고.
Yeah. On average, over the last 7 years, my career, I've gained about 2 miles an hour club speed each year on average.
10년 전에서 how many miles increased?
About 1 to 2 miles an hour every year. I've been in the
Every
sport.
year 1 and 2 마일이 올라가.
올라가서
10년 전에.
I'll hit it. One more.
와!
145.
392.
오.
드라이버를 칠 일이 없을 것 같은데 코스에서?
그냥 쳐. 왜냐면 드라이버 치고 피칭 쳐서 파파이브 투온.
So when you play the normal golf, do you use driver?
when I play normal golf,
Yeah.
almost never.
Almost never.
1 iron or 3 iron.
1 iron, 3
First
iron.
ever tee.
Irons only.
Yeah, it's very rare that it actually makes sense for me to bring in the treble. And
그냥 보여주려고 하는 거 같아요.
So this is for us to show.
yeah. Well, and I do hit driving the course, but rarely. Probably once or twice around.
완전 한 번에 두 번은
안
이
맞을
스피드만 좋으면 무조건 저기야.
Yeah, 45 flat and 48
Flat.
flat. 3 inches. 3 inches.
아, 정확히 45.0 주시는구나. 안 맞아.
So that's, I'm missing that a little bit.
좀
But it
있으면
definitely takes time to adjust from the play driver to the long drive. But
플레이 드라이버 치다가 롱 드라이브 쓰는 건 조금 그 성공한 시간이
맞아.
걸리잖아요.
오케이.
그거를 감안해도
네.
아니 뭐 대회에서 이미 우리는 이 스피드를 알고 있어서
If they already know about your speed because they've seen
Oh,
many of
no.
your play in the long drive.
2-4 그러니까 240
241.6.
Yeah,
월드 넘버 원.
Yeah, I've seen that video in your Instagram.
백스윙 스피드.
저도 120, 220.
잘 못 읽었어. 기계가 힘들어하네.
They couldn't detect your speed. What simulator machine do you use when you set up and trim and set and set?
TrackMan, maybe the GC Quad Foresight. Those are the gold standards. If you don't set it on one of those two machines, it's not considered legitimate.
네 맞아요. 그 트랙맨으로 연습을 제일 많이 해요.
어떤?
But I'll do my rock a couple swings as well, and we'll wrap it up. But for me, the rock has helped me just get momentum and consistency with when I plant my foot back to start my swing. So it allows me to just kind of get my mind shifted into it's time to move fast mode. That's the big thing about it.
일반 스윙 할 때랑 롱드라이브 스윙 할 때랑 마음가짐 변하기 위해서 우선 이 타이밍 같은 것들 치기 시작합니다.
이공 좋아하는 것 같은데. 아, 이 공이 깨끗해. 나머지 공이 자꾸 깨질 것 같아. 아니 그거 안 돼.
Very straight. Is it?
와.
그러니까 워밍업.
So you have like your typical like warming up session take how long?
Takes me probably, I'll be going, I'm trying to do a world record push. When I went 239.7 earlier last year, I went 230 ball speed on my sixth swing. But it takes about 20 swings for me to get to a point where I feel like I'm loose.
20개.
And then about probably 100 to get to where I'm pushing my absolute max speeds.
It's like 100.
100.
100개 정도 쳐야지 맥시멈 스피드까지 가죠.
100개요?
그러니까 보통 한 2-30개 정도면 감을 잡는 거죠.
와.
이런 식으로 이제 100개 쳐서 워밍업을 만드는 거죠. 네. 그러니까 그게 예열을 하고 연습 양이 진짜 많거든. 네. 많이 치는 선수는 300개도 치거든. 오, 400.
아 찍을 거.
Well, typically get to 150 club speed. My ball probably 10 or 12, right around there. Typically when I'll get there.
그러니까 150까지 들어가는 거는 10개 정도 치면은 150 정도의 클럽 스피드를 도달한다.
아, 10개 정도 쳐서 네. 그렇게 예열을 해놓고 예.
이거는 조금 난감하는데.
아, 이제 조금씩 세게 친다 이제.
Yeah,
이제
150.
조금씩 세게 친다.
That's 150. That's pretty standard. Well, it's a little better one. I think that's like a 7th or 8th ball. 10th. So 10th. That includes the play swing, so I'd say it's like 7 or 8.
예. 그러니까 세번까지 해서 10개 쳤으니까 지금 한 7개 정도 치고.
예, 7개 쳤는데.
지금 아까 말한 것처럼 10에서 13개 정도 쳐야지 150 정도 나오는데
예.
많은 대로 치고 있네.
네, 그러니까요. 본인이 얘기한 대로. 근데 이제 하나하나 치는 타이밍이 짧지 않고 좀 여유 있게 하나씩 힘을 모아가지고 좀 치고 본인의 그 이제 개수와 루틴이 지금 정확한 거예요.
Between every 30 to 90 seconds. If you wait,
탑승에서 90초 정도에서 사이에 치는 게 가장 최적화된 것 같아요.
if you wait much longer than 90 seconds, you can get a little iced, a little tight.
90초 이상 지나게 되면 아이스 되는 거.
If you wait,
근육이나 이런 거.
yeah, if you wait short than 30, you might not have recovered just in
그리고
time.
30초 이전에 치면은 리커버가 아직 안 되고 30에서 90초 사이로.
빨랐다.
I'll have one more good one.
이거 괜찮다.
But based on how this has started, I would expect this to be a session where I was going for it. Probably 120 balls later, I would be topping out about 156 to 157. Ball speed probably gets about 235 if I was maxing out.
그러니까 뭐 앞에
Based on what I see
치게
here.
되면 157 정도 스피드가 나오고 볼 스피드가 130 넘어요.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes more or less for speed training. Just like, you know, you get into it, you get moving, take your time, and as you start to get into your body getting more and more warmed up and more dialed
이렇게
in,
웜업하는
speeds
트레이닝
start to
세션이
ramp up.
이것도 되면서
So that's kind of a little taste of how it goes.
그래서 이게 리틀 테이스트 잠깐 맛을 보는 거.
이걸 원했던 가장 원했던 게 지금
That's
이거.
what he expected
Yeah.
to see.
Oh, yeah. There's no way I'd be in a condition to go crazy fast after the last 7 or 8
didn't
days.
want that.
But I'm actually happy with 150
예,
after 10 or 12 balls.
10개 정도 쳐가지고 150 나온 것도 자기도 괜찮다고 생각합니다.
맞아. absolutely. awesome.
He was impressed.
우리 잉글리시.
Yeah, even if we knew about your speed and your performance, it was really honored to see you.
보여줘서 뭐 감사하다고 얘기.
He appreciated your performance to see that.
Yeah, it's good to see for me too. You know, it's been a long week for me. So
You know, he already
Yeah.
expressed his
Yeah.
fandom to you that in the launching event.
yeah, I remember
There's
the
a
dark
picture of you.
launch thing.
Yeah, he said that